Gaffer, obviously a lot of talking points in last week's game against Wraith Rovers, but at the end of the day, unlucky to come away with a loss.
Yeah, listen, we lost the game, first and foremost. We went there with the intention to win the game, Gareth. But I was really proud of the players to go 2-0 down and come back to each. And the way they did, with the circumstances that were going on within the game, it was testament to them. But listen, I know what I've got in here. I've got a very good squad of players. And we don't ever like losing any game. And like I said, we shot ourselves in the foot with the third goal. We got ourselves back in a good position, and then we make a couple of bad errors that inevitably concede a third goal. And to be fair to Cam Smith, he puts it away well, but she's never been in that position. But like I say, we have to pick ourselves up, and we go again in our massive game tomorrow.
It's a game that you maybe wouldn't have wanted to go into on the back of a loss, but looking back to last week, there's still a lot of positives you can take into the game.
Of course, we scored another 2 goals. I thought second half we were terrific. Can't really recall Wraith Rovers up until obviously the last maybe 7 or 8 minutes when they get their goal. They get a bit of lift for the fans again, but up until that point I can't even remember them getting out their own half. But listen, credit to Ian Murray and Wraith Rovers. They got themselves in a good position, albeit looking back in the penalty decision, we know that it was the wrong decision, but they took advantage of that, and credit to them for doing that. But like I say, I thought the reaction going 2-0 down was superb, and we can't give teams 2-0 leads. You know, the first goal was a mistake, or a collection of mistakes that allowed Wraith Rovers to get to the byline, cut it back, and we get punished. And the third goal's a mistake, and obviously we know the penalty's an error, but if we could cut them out, then we could have potentially went there and picked up 3 points.
And just in terms of tomorrow's game, you know, we're well aware of how tough it's going to be, but you know, the boys looking forward to it and ready to go into it.
Of course, sir, and rightly they should be. It's a fantastic arena to go and play in. They'll be massive favourites going into the game. We know that. They've got terrific players. They had a tough game on Tuesday night away in Servette, in Geneva. Obviously ourselves tomorrow, and they've got another massive game on Tuesday. But listen, for me, the most important thing I'm worried about, or not worried about, but is my players. I know what I've got in the building. I know they'll go and give 110% as they always do. And listen, Gareth, you never know what can happen. You know, we've got to give Rangers the respect that they're due, but we ain't going there to make up the numbers. We're going there to compete and give a good account of ourselves, and if we can do that, then you never know what can happen.
And knowing how tough a game it will be, does having such a core group of players from last season maybe help with having that experience from the Celtic game?
Of course, you know, it's great to have the continuity of what we had last season. We've added 4 or 5 new faces, but the 4 or 5 new faces are good players that have played at a good level, so they'll certainly help the other guys round about them. We've got fantastic experience in the team. That's right through the spine of the team. Jim McDonald in goals, Kirk at the back alongside Dara. Alan Powers came into the middle of the pitch, and Big George up through the middle. So the spine of the team, when it's available, is very, very strong. There's still 1 or 2 to come back for injury, etc. So listen, we're in a good place. Obviously, to go there at any time of the season is always difficult, but they're trying to gel together. They've brought in a lot of new faces. You can see in the games that so far this season that they're still trying to get that togetherness and know everyone's job. So is it a good time to get them? Who knows? I don't think any time's a good time to get the old firm, but listen, we'll go there with the full intentions of hopefully try to get something for the game.
And just in there, you mentioned about the new signings and players coming in. Obviously Ian Wilson this week coming in, another good addition to the team. Yeah,
Ian, when I first came in, was a player that I brought in from Dunfermline. It was great for the first 6 months he was here. I obviously wanted to keep him. Things out with my control, I couldn't keep him in the club, and he went to Queen of the South. But I'd like to have him back. He's a player that is versatile. We can play a number of positions, and that was a key reason why I brought him back to the club, is his versatility to play 1 or 2 other positions out with just playing in midfield. And
just for squad selection tomorrow, a player that's now going to be missing because of suspensions, Stephen Boyd, that'll be a big miss in terms of the attacking front. Yeah, listen, Stephen, I think since he came to the club's been superb, and he'll be disappointed to miss out. These are the games that every player wants to play in against the best teams, and he'll be no different. But he's just got to take it in his stride. You know, since he's come into the club, he's been terrific. He's integrated really well with the squad, as has all the other guys. But I feel for him. You know, he was part of getting us through with performances in the cup group stages. But when you pick up
bookings, these things can happen, so he'll be disappointed, but overall we've got other players that can fill in, and like I say, they now have to step up and give their best for the team.